What is the spell that deeply shows some nurses?
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna be doing a labor and delivery story time, but I don't really know how to start this off because I've never really done story time. And I'm back. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm permanently back. I had the baby, Naomi. Her name's Naomi, but I did have her. I'm really awkward now because I haven't been on YouTube in like a while. But I'm back now, and so let's start off with let's start off with a couple days before. So a couple days before, I lost my mucus plug. I did not know what it was. It looks like discharge basically. So I thought I was just having discharge because, in pregnancy, if you want to skip, you can go ahead and skip because this part's kind of nasty, but this is what it looks like. And basically your fluid, like that, when your mucus plug comes out, you could go into labor anytime. It might take a couple days, it might take up to 24 hours, or it might take 20 to 30 minutes. But it was like a couple days before my doctor's appointment. I'm not sure the date because I already went through it and everything. I'm not sure the date. But then I went to my doctor's office a couple days afterwards. I was telling them that I was losing fluid. Mind you, I was also really low on fluid, so I didn't really get to have that whole water breaking experience either. But I did have the whole mucus plug falling out and stuff. And basically what happened was, the couple days afterwards my mucus plug fell out. I told them what happened. I told them I wasn't sure if it was my mucus plug. Obviously it was. They told me it was. And then a couple of days I went to my doctor's messing up already. Okay, when I got to the doctor's office, they told me what it was, and they checked my fluid, because when you're really low on fluid, that means the baby, like, it could affect the baby and like the oxygen it gets, I guess. But then basically they checked my fluid. My fluid was really low, so they sent me into labor. My first reaction was like, this isn't supposed to be happening today, because my boyfriend wasn't with me that day either, because I forgot what he had to do, but he had to do something important. I know he was doing something, and I was just mind blown. I was like, I'm going into labor today, because they told me, oh yeah, your fluid's really low, we need to get the baby out as quick as possible. So I went into labor not that same day, but they took me to the hospital. Mind you, the hospital and the women's care is connected, and the hospital is like 5 minutes down from where I live, so it was really convenient for me just to pick that hospital. But they sent me over to the hospital in a wheelchair, because the building's connected. No one was with me either, so I was like, oh my gosh, my phone does not work without service. Mind you, there's no Wi-Fi in the hospital. Well, there was, but it wasn't connecting to my phone, and it wasn't working. So I was just like, I need to call somebody. I was freaking out. I had to sign in to the desk area, and they asked me what was going on and stuff like that. And the lady who was pushing me in the wheelchair told them everything, that I needed to go to labor. So they sent me in a waiting room. I used the lady's, she asked me if I needed to use her phone. I was like, yes, but I didn't know if anyone would pick up, because I guess the hospital number goes to spam. So I was really scared no one was going to pick up. My boyfriend, he didn't pick up the first time, and I'm pretty sure it's because his phone went to spam, because I'm pretty sure he told me it did, and so did my granny. And then I called my granny and told my granny to call my boyfriend, and he was on his way in a hurry, because he thought I was having the baby like right then. Mind y'all, I thought I was too, because they told me immediately. But okay, I went. Okay, she's sleeping. Okay. I went into the hospital room. After waiting in the waiting room, my boyfriend came finally. I thought he wasn't gonna come. Well, I knew he was gonna come, but I didn't know how long it would be. So I was really scared that he wouldn't make it in time because they were like acting like the baby was gonna come that night. And they got me into a room. It took one day. So that one night I spent in the hospital, they gave me medicine to induce my labor, meaning the contractions were coming. Mind you, I wanted to do an all-natural birth, so it didn't really work out because the contractions were just like so strong that I really could not do it. The contractions were like way too much. So, and mind you, I'm really scared of the epidural, so when they told me that if I couldn't handle it, I could get epidural, I was like, no, I'm just gonna try. I heard this lady screaming, and I asked the doctors why she was screaming. They're like, oh, she's doing an all-natural birth. Yeah, so I knew I needed to get the epidural while I was getting it. So I went ahead and got the epidural. But before all of that, I think I was like 4 centimeters dilated before I got it. I don't really know. But every time she cries, I forget what I'm saying. Give me a second. Okay, when the contractions started coming, it was like really bad period cramps. Really bad period cramps. I was not happy with it at all. But I was going through the night, like, I was just going through the night. Like, I could not sleep that night. It was just really bad contractions. And then they were like, they broke my water. And then they gave me, so when they break your water, they go inside you with the tool and like kind of just break it. You don't feel it. You just feel the water on the bed. It wasn't that much, but I think that's just because I was dehydrated or something. And I was low on fluids, so that could have a lot to do with my water. But then they put this tube in your uterus, so it gets all the pee out, because you can't use the bathroom when you're in labor. So after that, I got my IV fluids, which it was just water. After that, it was like in the morning, and I was having really bad contractions. I got the nurse, and they needed to give me medicine for my cervix to dilate, because if your cervix isn't dilated, it could tear really badly and affect. I think it's bad, like it's like a major risk. I don't know. But when the nurse came in, I was really irritated at this point because I was having really bad contractions. And when you're having contractions, it feels like you have to use the bathroom, but you have to hold it in because she's pressing on all my organs. So it feels like I need to poop. Like I felt like I needed to poop really badly. And I was just getting told over and over again I needed to hold it in. So I got to the point where I wanted to get the epidural because they kept telling me to hold it in. And they gave me the epidural. The epidural is not that bad as they make it seem. It's like a bee sting, okay? It's not that bad at all. Even though I don't like needles, it was not that bad. And obviously I was having contractions too. So that could have like focused my pain on the contractions instead of the needle. So just wait until you're having like really bad contractions where you can't take it, but don't wait too long, and then tell them you want the epidural. But when you get the epidural, you can still feel you can still feel the pressure, like you having the poop. You can still feel it. So I yanked my boyfriend up and I was like, go get the nurse. Where's my medicine? After I yanked him up, he did not go get the nurse. He did once. And then I just kept getting them over and over again till it was time for me to push. Somebody wanted to be in the video, apparently, because she just got fed, so she's not hungry. But this is the baby I had. Oh. Her eyes are like hazel. You can't tell on camera, but they're hazel. They're like gray. No, they're gonna be light brown, okay? I think they are. But basically, after, she's just staring at me. Okay, after pushing and pushing and pushing, it only took me 22 minutes to push. It felt way worse. There was like 5 doctors in the room. The ring of fire was interesting. With epidural, it doesn't hurt that bad to push, but it still feels like you have to poop really bad. So when your contraction comes, it hurts bad. It's like pressure. But when your contraction goes away, you feel relieved. So it just comes back and forth. So it's not constant pain, but it does come back and forth a lot. If you get the epidural. If you don't get the epidural, you're going to feel those contractions 24/7. There's going to be no relief from the pain. That's what I think. Because with the epidural, you can still feel the pressure, but it doesn't hurt as bad. But every contraction you have, they make you push. There's like 5 doctors in their room, and they were just having a normal conversation. Wow, I was like wide open in front of them. They were having normal conversations. So do not feel like they're judging you, because they're not. Because I forgot what conversations they were having, but it was just like random conversations. And it was obviously about her too, you know, because I have to pay attention to, yeah. But basically, she came out sideways. She wasn't facing this way. She was more like this way. So imagine her coming out like that way. That's what she came out like. Okay. That's what she came out like. Her umbilical cord, the ring of fire, it stings. It stings really bad. Depending on how long yours lasts. Mine didn't last that long. But she was really white. But I think that's because she lost a lot of blood, because the umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck twice. So when she came out, they kind of had to, like, it ripped and like the blood went everywhere. It got in my mouth. Yeah, it got on my boyfriend too, but my boyfriend was really supportive. He was there by my side and everything. The first thing you have to push twice, by the way. Twice. Yep, because the placenta needs to come out too. The placenta is bigger than the baby, but it doesn't hurt because it's like squishy. You can tell it's squishy. But the first thing that my boyfriend said when she came out was, oh, she looks like me. I'm like, okay. But this is what she looks like. I have questions to answer. Okay, I wrote them down. Okay. What was your first reaction when you realized you were about to give birth? You don't really think about it. You kind of, when the contractions start to come, you don't think about you going to give birth. You think about how bad it hurts. So, yeah. And how long did it take? It can take anywhere from 24 hours to, I don't know if this is like me pushing or like, maybe it was about me pushing. So for me to push, it took like 22 minutes. I think 22 minutes. Yeah, 22 minutes. She was born at 2:22 p.m. And yeah, it took 22 minutes to push her. It can take up to like a couple hours to push out a baby. It really just depends on you and how your body goes through it. The pain level on a scale 1 through 10, it was like a 9, maybe a 10. I'm gonna say, for me, okay, it depends on your pain tolerance. I'm gonna be real honest, because it was like a 9.5 for me. But I've heard some girls say that theirs went really smooth and they did it all natural. So it just depends on your pain tolerance level. When did I know I was in labor? Obvious. I knew I was about to go into labor when my mucus plug. Okay, here's the thing. When your mucus plug falls out, just be on the lookout for like your water about to break, because yeah, when your mucus plug falls out, that's when you know you're probably about to go into labor within the next 24 hours or a couple days, or maybe even up to 1 week at the most when your mucus plug falls out. But after, you can't go into labor after your mucus. I mean, you can, but you also have to wait on your water to break. So first your mucus plug and then your water to break. But some girls, their mucus plug doesn't fall out, or they don't notice when it does. So be on the lookout for your water to break, because it's going to be like you peed yourself. So yeah. But that's the end of this video. She's smiling. That means she's pooping. Okay. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will be posting more on this channel now that I've had her. But yeah,